I've entitled my talk tonight, What Are We Looking For? And someone once said that that we will always find what we are looking for. Now, I don't know if that is true, but what I do know is that we are all searching for something. Maybe we're looking for acceptance, maybe that sense of belonging, or peace, hope, and many, many other things. Well, I'm here to tell you tonight that all of these things can be found in Jesus. But I wonder, are we searching for him? It's very easy, isn't it, to find fault. We do that so well. We can be so judgmental, so critical. If we're looking for things to moan about and find things to moan about, we can find plenty of those too. Whether it be the weather, the price of petrol, or the youth of today. And so the list continues. We find more than enough things that irritate us, annoy us, frustrate us. That's easy. But what about the plus side then? Are there things that we can find to celebrate, to be grateful for? If we look for them, we can certainly find those too. Each of us tonight is going home with a roof over our heads. We know what it is to have had a nice warm meal inside of ourselves. A friend that we can share with. Even a smile from a stranger or a beautiful flower in the garden can make us feel grateful. I wonder how many of us have wandered around this Christmas looking for that perfect gift for our loved ones, the best that we think that we can find. We're not quite sure what it looks like, but we'll know when we get there, when we see it. I was told last Sunday afternoon that I needed to buy a gift for Secret Santa in work on Tuesday. Now, bearing in mind, I wasn't going anywhere near the shops. I also, though, was given a list of things that it couldn't be. So it couldn't be tat, it couldn't be cheap and nasty, it couldn't be a CD, I don't know why, but it couldn't be a CD. It had to be something that was tasteful, was nice, all for the sum of £5. No mean feat, I can tell you. What was I going to do? Well, Monday morning, on my way to a meeting, 7:45, I dive into Tesco's. I'm running around the aisles, looking, searching for that perfect gift. With all of this ringing in my ears, it can't be cheap and nasty, it can't be a CD, and it has to be for about £5. I did manage to find something after I'd looked at several things. No, that's too expensive, I can't possibly get that. Oh, no, that's a bit cheap and nasty, that's a bit tat. Eventually I find something. I go out to the car, I pay for it, I go out to the car, put it in the boot, I'm driving away and I suddenly think, oh my goodness, I hope Mr. Williams doesn't get it, because it's a beautiful scarf. It really is not going to suit him. Fortunately, one of my female colleagues was the reciprocant, and she was overjoyed with it. I don't know about you, but oftentimes in our house, the cry goes out, where's my so-and-so? Have you seen my something? I usually say, well, where did you last have it? And they say, well, if I knew that, I wouldn't be looking for it, would I? Well, where do we normally keep it? So usually then I go with them, and there I find it straight away. I call it man-looking. But the other week, I went under the stairs where we've got some hooks for our keys to find the back door keys. The cry went out, who's got the back door keys? I can't find the back door keys. Andrew comes racing down the stairs, opens the door, goes straight into under the stairs and pulls out the back door keys. I think he had them all the time. Oops. The Nativity, though, the story that we've been hearing of tonight, speaks of Mary and Joseph, and they were searching. They were searching for a room, somewhere where they could rest. They had travelled a long distance, they are tired, and Mary is just about to give birth. So therefore, they need somewhere to stay. But as we know from the story, there was no room in the inn. And they ended up sleeping in the stable. That's with all the dirty, smelly, horrible animals. Our lives are often really, really busy. They are frantic. We are rushing around, especially at Christmas time. We have done all that rushing around. So much to deal with that we feel that we haven't got time for Jesus at the moment. We will deal with that when things are less stressful, when things have calmed down, and then we will make time for him. But we need to make time now, to be ready, because now is the time to worship. We also heard about tonight the shepherds. They were very busy in their fields. They were getting on with their jobs when they are greeted by a whole host of angels. They were told that Jesus had been born, and so they immediately left their sheep, left everything, left their business behind them, and they raced to Bethlehem to find Jesus, to find the Son of God, so that they could worship him. Now these men, these shepherds, were very ordinary, everyday men, just getting on with their jobs. But something extraordinary happened to them. And they came and they met with Jesus. We may feel that we are very ordinary, everyday people. Why would Jesus want to have anything to do with us? He does, because he loves every single one of us. He is interested in all of us. He came into this world to love the whole world. That includes you and that includes me. And he says to us, seek and you will find. I really, though, started thinking about this through the eyes of the wise men. The wise men, they saw the star, this new star that told them that a king had been born, that the Messiah, the Son of God, had come into the world. And so they travelled over many hundreds of miles, possibly for several months or even years. They came looking for the Son of God. Now, what better place to look for a baby, for a new king, than in a palace? Because obviously that's where you would expect to find a king. In life, we may be searching for things. We may be searching for love, for contentment, for that best job opportunity, that great car that the Joneses have down the road. Oh, how I wish, being a Jones. That latest gadget that everybody's got, so I must have it. We think that if we get that, we will be satisfied. We will have contentment. We will then have everything we've ever wanted and everything that we need. We may even go looking for those things in the right places. We may well even find them. But oftentimes they will only bring about momentary satisfaction. Because all too soon, as we know, the gadgets wear out, the car wears out, things start falling apart, we get fed up, and something is still missing. We don't feel complete and satisfied. The religious leaders in Jesus' time knew that God had promised to send the Messiah, a man who would come and save his people. They were really, really knowledgeable men. But they didn't recognize Jesus when he came. They didn't see the signs. They didn't listen to the people. They didn't listen to those that had heard and had seen, and they ended up missing out. The wise men, we know, didn't find Jesus in a palace, because God didn't choose for his son to be born in a palace surrounded by splendor and grandeur. No, he chose for him to be born in a very humble, dirty, dark, dank stable. The king, King Herod, he says, what's all this about? Who are these wise men and who is this king that has been born? His advisors tell him that the Messiah has been born in Bethlehem, or would be born in Bethlehem. So the King Herod, sends the wise men off to Bethlehem to try to find Jesus. Now, he doesn't really want to know all about Jesus. He doesn't want to find him so that he can go and worship him. No, he's angry. He's annoyed, he's worried, he's jealous. He sends them out. He sends the wise men to find them, to do his work for him so that he can then find him and take care of the matter. If we are searching for Jesus and want to know him and his love, we can't do that through someone else. We can only do that for ourselves. Find out about him for ourselves, get to know him ourselves. Now the wise men, they went to Bethlehem and they found exactly what they were looking for. They found Jesus with his mother Mary. They recognized him straight away as the Son of God, and they fell down and worshipped him. And they gave him gifts, as we know, of gold, frankincense and myrrh. This Christmas, I don't know if you've managed to find that perfect gift for your loved one. You will find out tomorrow. If you haven't, and you're still hoping to get it, I'm very sorry, but the shops are all closed now, so it's too late. But hopefully you have managed to at least find a gift that they will be happy with and they will be grateful for. But the best gift that you can receive this Christmas is right here for the taking. It is the gift of Jesus. He is the only one who can bring complete joy, happiness and satisfaction to our lives. He is the missing piece. And he is saying to each of us tonight, I love you. I want to be part of your life. Will you accept me or reject me? Will you come and worship me, praise me and adore me? Or will you be like Herod and turn your back on me? I hope that this Christmas that you will accept this wonderful gift of Jesus. Ask him to come into your heart and your life to be your Lord and Saviour. That is why he came into the world. What can we give him tonight? We can give him our hearts. Then we will find exactly what we have been looking for.